Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of my technical Minecraft Let's Play. So currently I am where I left off in the previous episode, and that is the squid farm. So as you can see, I did a lot of progress in between episodes. I dug out a quarter of the circle and replaced all the stone with sand so that it looks like a crater from an asteroid hit in the middle of the desert, which hopefully will look nice. And if it doesn't, then I just spend a lot of time for no real aesthetical purposes, just for getting materials, I guess. And I do go through a lot of pickaxes digging this out. I went through 6 pickaxes, I think. And I'm saying went through, I mean repairing them, but they do eventually get too expensive for repairing, which, yeah, the previous one that I was using can no longer be repaired, and this is the new one, which has already been repaired once and will soon need to be repaired again. So in today's episode I want to be building an ice farm because the desert at which the squid farm is 26,000 blocks away from my base, and that in the nether corresponds to over 3,000 blocks, which takes a long time to get to or from the desert. So the ice I will be using to replace the floor, and then I will be sliding on the ice with the boats. That's the fastest way of travel in the nether, I guess. And let's hope it will actually be worth it. It will take a long time to actually dig out another row of it and then replace everything with ice, but hopefully it will still be time effective. Okay, so now let me get back to my base and I will see you there. Okay, so I'm back at my base. Right over the mountain is my base, and here's where I'm going to build the ice farm. So I did want to create a design that's all automatic, so it would work with butt switches detecting the ice forming and then pushing it forward and all that good stuff, but at the end I realized that that's kinda not possible. I was getting close to it, but I had one piston over the water so ice couldn't form, and then I tried a couple of other designs. I tried making a couple other designs, but none of them really worked, so all I did was go to YouTube and find the design that I liked, because I wasted a lot of time trying to design my own one, and that didn't get me anywhere. So link is in the description, and now what I actually have to do is get some things prepared. I've actually brought all of my materials with me, and I can actually start building. So what I'll have to do is elevate this up and then craft some pistons, repeaters, and then I can actually start building. So let me get some things prepared and then I'll be back. Okay, so I elevated the platform and I built it out. It's 19 by 9, and the rest... Wait, I did something wrong. Yeah, this is way too far out. Okay, so I actually took the 19 and then added another 9, but it's 9 plus 18, I went 7 blocks too far. Okay. So let me fix that quick mistake and then I'll be back. Okay, I've now moved the platform forward by the amount of blocks needed, and it was actually 3 blocks too long. I made it 9 instead of 6, so that's the error that I had to fix. And now I can actually go on with the build. So 15 pistons right here, and then blocks here, which will play a part further on in the build, but are currently completely useless. So now one piston facing here, one up, a furnace here, sand block here, one item in here, a block like so, comparator coming out of it, some food, block like this here, repeater coming out of it, a block on top, block on the side, redstone dust here, repeater here, and a block with redstone. So now another block right here with a redstone torch coming out of it. And now this block doesn't actually need to be here. All the way down there is these blocks, and then a row right here. So let's quickly do that. And let's hope I'll actually have enough blocks to build all 3 of them. So I'm going to build 3 of them just because they don't really take a lot of time to build, and the episode would be quite short if I only built 1, because I'm pretty much done. That's the butt switch now finished, and now all I have to do is actually make the gathering point, which shouldn't be too complicated. But you know, I'll cut here because I have to go to sleep, and then I'll be back when I'm ready to build the collection area. So before I actually build the pistons that form all the ice that is generated into a cube, what I have to do is actually place a couple sticky pistons on top of these repeaters, which will push the ice forward, actually pushing it into the collection area. So it goes right here, and I will have to fill all that up. And this is probably not wired yet, yeah. That's what the torch is here for. Like this. And then right here I just run wire across it. And that should be all I need to do. So let me do that, and let me get some things prepared for the pistons, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I connected the redstone so that the pistons now activate. As you can see, when the ice will form, it will, well, this will happen. Yeah, and I've actually placed down all of the pistons that I need, and that's quite a lot of pistons. And now what I have to do is wire them, which is really simple, and I'm quite impressed with how simple it actually is. You just need 3 lines, because the redstone can power 3 pistons like that. So all I have to do is just run redstone across it, and it should work. But for the redstone signal to actually reach the end, what you do need to do is just add a bit of repeaters in between, and that should be good. Okay, so it's nighttime, I need more redstone. So let me just connect this up, and then I'll be back once it's finished. Okay, so the farm is now finished. 1 out of 3 of them, of course. And with this farm, you should actually be really careful about lag, because if you have a lot of lag in the world, the whole timing gets offset and it actually stops working. It keeps butt powering itself despite there not being any block updates, because the water forms too late actually updating it. So what I did is set all the repeaters to 4 tick, which seemed to help, and now it actually works. So no ice blocks are currently spawning right here, and that's not good. Yeah, no ice blocks are spawning here, but if they would, you would see that it actually fires and all the pistons push it down. So now that 1 farm is done, I actually need to build 2 more. So let me get, oh yeah, there was 1. As you can see, it didn't get stuck, it just pushed it forward and then down as it was meant to do. Okay, so now let me get some things prepared and I'll start building the second farm. Okay, so the first part of the second ice farm is now complete. What I have to do now is wire these pistons up and then add water, and then what is left is the collection bay. So I would like to apologize for the previous clips. I was very tired, which means I can't think, so that makes it really hard to record. But I did have to record because I don't have much time left to make this episode, because I'm going on vacation and I won't have time to record then. And I really don't want you guys to not get weekly episodes, so I am trying my best, but I do apologize if I won't actually manage to get all the episodes recorded. Okay, so now let me get some more things done and then I'll be back. The water is now in place and the ice farm is already producing ice. So now what I have to do is place all the pistons down and then wire them up. So currently this thing doesn't really cause a lot of lag, but those pistons cause a lot of lag because there's a bunch of them firing at once. That's why I added a 4-tick delay in between all of them to kinda minimize the lag, since they won't all be firing at the same time, making the lag last longer but less apparent. Okay, so let me place down the pistons and then I'll be back. There we go, the second ice farm is now complete and is already producing ice and pushing it in the collection area. So that's good, and now what I have to do is build the third one. And as you can see there's a bit of overlapping, but there's a 2-block gap in between them, so it's not really that important, but it would look quite nice if they were connected. But I mean, that would make the redstone a bit complicated since it would connect, so it's good like that, and I guess I'll keep it. So now I'll have to build the third one, and then I guess I'll have to decorate them. So let me get on building with the third one. There we go, I have now built the third ice farm, and they're all working. As you can see, these two have already accumulated quite a decent amount of ice, and this one was just built, so it hasn't really produced any significant amounts of ice. But I do actually need to get a pickaxe that has silk touch before the ice farm is actually useful. I do have a silk touch book, but I don't have a pickaxe to put it on, so maybe I'll just put it on this one. I don't really know. But now what I'll have to do is actually decorate the farm so they don't look like this. Yeah, okay, so let me decorate them and then I'll be back. And there we go, I now decorated the 3 ice farms in its building. So it's not so impressive from the front side, but it is on the sides, on the other side, so it is kind of symmetrical on all 3 sides, but in the entrances simple, I guess. And then in here it's kind of impressive, I guess. The ice will gather up here. You can see that by the stairs right here. There's a brick path here and then a bit of elevation here. So I think it looks quite good, and I think this is where I end the episode. So if you enjoyed the episode, please do give it a like. And if you really enjoyed it, do subscribe for more weekly content. And I'll see you in the next one.